Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to War of the Dork, episode 49, and it is comeback time. We've had three very tough wars. We had Z, Baby Yoda, and Sigma variants. So, we struggled strongly against Baby Yoda, but even worse against Sigma variants. So this was the comeback. This was the time to put all the past tilt aside, come back strong, and let's see how that went. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, starting with attack number 1, we are going to be doing a Xfactor Rhino against Brotherhood Zoom Team. Now, I will notice, guys, sorry about the extra Strike Force and Darky Dad logos. This was recorded on Streamlabs. The reason I had to talk over it is because it came out super robotic, so sorry about the me back there and the extra icons. There's nothing I can do about it for this one, but we'll make sure it's cleaned up on the next War of the Dork. So, this matchup, very simple, punch across. You can punch up on it. It really depends. Can your Xfactor take out at least the Brotherhood people before Doom is going to be using his ult? Also very important, Rhino, in between your dad bros, make sure you're taking off the blinds. So if you're in Reactor and Security, be careful because that's 3 buffs and Rhino's really only good to take off 2. You want to open up with Shatterstar Special. You want to open up with Longshot Special. And finally, Polaris Ultimate. Now, Polaris Ultimate is very important. What we really want to do is land the immunity through that deflect on the Juggernaut, and this time we do not have the fortunate case of doing so. So we're stuck behind this Juggernaut. We got to try and kill him. Hopefully we can kill him before Doom uses his ult. So we're going to actually use the Longshot ult here. I don't really like to do this, but we really want to get through that death proof. And you notice I didn't hesitate to push Doom with the Shatterstar Ultimate. You need that defense up. And then what else do you need? You need to not have your dad bros get attacked by the Doom attacks right here. So you see I don't have any taunts on the board except Rhino. So Rhino takes 1, that's good. And then a dupe takes another. That's just percentages, that's good. We don't get our defense ups flipped on our dad bros, and so we'll be just fine. Still got to beat up this Juggernaut now. He did get full healed. However, he didn't have more damage than one of the Doom bots apparently, so he didn't get 3 turns back to back to back. So normally the way Smash works is you land the Disrupt on Juggernaut, or at least you hope to, and then you get to use the Longshot Ultimate on Doom, and you kill him before he even gets to think about using his ultimate. That's the fun way it works, but it just didn't work out for me here. You will notice, however, after Doom uses ult, he didn't get any other turns, because my dad bros just kept critting and feeding himself speed meter like you wouldn't believe. So here's his first turn after his ult, and I mean, that's just too little too late. I flip over to the bot just to kill it. After he ults, he's pretty helpless, Dr. Doom, unless you let him get up to 3 bots without taking them out, and then he's going to use his ultimate again with offense up. But as you kill his bots, he doesn't get the buffs, and he's actually going to not use his special. He's going to wait until he has his ultimate back up. So I think you end up getting like 10 turns or something ridiculous like that to take him out. So that was a punch across, and we got through it no problem. Here's attack number 2. This is about a 120k punch up, I believe. The numbers will be in the description. Sorry it's cut off there, guys. Streamlabs really messed this up for me. I like to record on the OG OBS. Seems to be a little more, you know, meathead friendly, which is what I am. I am definitely a meathead. Now, guys, this matchup isn't so bad. You'll see it is in Reactor. So I'm not going to get offense up here, so it's a bit of a waste of my special, but that's okay. We get a bunch of debuffs on us right now, but let's go ahead and take those off with the Beast. He takes it off, but you will notice they did get a bunch of immunities because it was in Reactor, and Anti-Venom didn't attack Bishop there. However, what does that matter against Astonishing Xmen? We have so many buff strips because of Skirmisher, because of Kitty, because of Beast Basic. We absolutely rip through people. Everyone has immunity here though, so we're not going to waste the Jubilee Ultimate. We're just going to basic, and we take out the Scream, no problem. We start working on Anti-Venom thereafter, so you want to kill Scream, and then you want to kill Anti-Venom. The reason we go Scream first is because her passive, every time somebody dies, she gives speed up. She also has that annoying turn meter rewind. She's the one that gives offense down, this, that, the other. So we want to take her out. We go for her first, then we go for Anti-Venom so he doesn't bring her back. And Anti-Venom falls before he even gets the chance. So we got a stun. Let's go ahead and stop Venom from using his special. Let's clear off those defense downs. No thank you, Mr. Symbiote Spider-Man. Let's see if you can dodge this. There he goes. Let's stun Carnage for good measure. And then let's just take these two alien boys out on auto. So there you go. Looking pretty good. Like I said, this was the comeback war. We needed to regain our confidence. Now, confidence isn't everything, but it does help you make level-headed decisions in war with these super valuable war attacks. Here's attack number 3. It's like a 30k punch-up. This is a wonky Wave 1 team with Falcon and Coulson, and it wasn't boosted, which means it is Xforce fodder. Now, Xforce is kind of being pushed out of the offense meta. They struggle against these new teams. They even struggle against high-end mercs if you can't knock someone into yellow. So when a team's not boosted, this is what happens to them. So we got a bunch of people low. We have offense up on our... What more can I say? Goodbye, Thor. Goodbye, everybody. And there you go. So now we're going to get stuck behind these tanks. They're going to do their swapping, their healing. But we'll eventually get through them. But let's have a quick discussion about Xforce and the future of Xforce. New Warriors, their biggest weakness is they don't have an ability block. X23 is a great plug-and-play character with a turn 1 ability block and lots of damage, and she strives when targets get taken low. Negasonic is a great character to take targets low, but she really relies on the Xforce speed to go first. I think there might be a world where you can ignore that speed that you need for Negasonic, and you can plug those two ladies with the New Warriors and see some success. And we're going to play around with that in war at some point and see how it works. And of course, Deadpool does have his passive with Deathpool, but that'd be an extra character, so maybe Deathpool over Negasonic. Maybe that could be a thing, some extra damage and some, revive all the time. But we're going to play around with it, and we're going to see if we can't make a resurgence for our X-Force members, get some more value out of them, because we did invest heavily into them. And they're kind of falling out of the meta pretty hard. So here's attack number 4. This is Black Order against Sinister 6. Very straightforward matchup when you're in control. So when you're controlling Sinister 6 against Black Order, it's very winnable because the way Black Order works AI-wise isn't super intelligently. But when it's in your hands, you just don't flip turn 2, right? You wait until Doc Ock uses his special, and then Shocker would have used his special, and then you're going to flip everything, so they're going to have offense down. You're going to have offense up because you would have flipped Electro's offense down. All those bleeds are going to obliterate the team. And most importantly right here, Vulture's not even going to get a turn. So because we use 2 basics back-to-back and we have Stryker on Thanos, we rip through that character. Now, they're not going to get offense down here, but I don't quite care. I just wanted my defense up. So as I said, there's your offense down. They did knock Corvus low, which actually gives Thanos speed. It helps me more than it hurts me. Any day now, that Shocker is going to give everybody offense up. You see Mysterio gets absolutely obliterated. There's the offense up. And let's flip it. So now we flipped offense up. We flipped all those Doc Ock heals. Shocker didn't get to go because he died to the heals. We stunned the Doc Ock, and you can tell this is just falling apart for the enemy Sinister 6 team. We'll even basically bring Corvus all the way back up. Shocker's taken real low. She would have probably died to the bleeds, but we did that for safety because, hey, when it's war, play for safety. Unless you're one of the next couple of matchups, then we'll talk about what I do. That's not super safe. So as you see, this war is super close, guys. Battle Legion are no pushovers. So this was a real war to try and come back on. And let's talk about this matchup right here. This is a 7k punch-up. My Infinity Watch into Heroes for Hire. Now you will notice in the last video, I actually lost this matchup on a 35k punch-up. And I figured out the reason why is because they had a Colleen Skirmisher. Now, Colleen Skirmisher sounds like it's not going to do as much damage, and it doesn't. However, what it did do is it peeled off my Nebula's death proof, causing her to die before she got her first turn. And then I didn't get to stack extra death proof on her. She lost her life, and that's just a security blanket that you really want to hold on to. Furthermore, you see I moved my Fire Level away from Nebula, and that's going to pay off for me as well. The Fire Level gets really low. I cannot lose this Fire Level. Nebula didn't lose her life. We go ahead, we get some more death proof. So now we got to get our drain going as soon as possible. Adam Warlock, we attack the Shang-Chi. Not for the ability block. We don't care that it didn't land. It was for the damage, and the Skirmisher effects just peeled off all of Shang-Chi's buffs, which is great. Now, Fire Level is going to push Shang-Chi no matter where she's targeting, as long as it hits him. So we're going to target Misty Knight. We're going to see if we can land an offense down on her. We cannot. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Moondragon special on Shang-Chi. Take all his buffs off. Most importantly, though, it's for the damage. Luke Cage did clear his Disrupt, though. So we are going to have to get through his taunt now, because we just pushed Shang-Chi past 60%. It's unfortunate that Gamora, even at 6-star, just can't push these new characters with her ultimate to get an extra turn. I guess I understand, but it's a bummer her ultimate with that cooldown reset, or speed reset, isn't as impactful as you would like. So we do have a vulnerable Luke Cage. Can we peel that taunt off? Nope. He kept the taunt, but here we go. So Adam Warlock attacks, puts a vulnerable up, then Nebula assists, and that strips the taunt. I think we're going to waste one extra attack on Luke Cage here just because we didn't notice. We might have, or maybe not. Anyway, that's why you want Skirmisher on Adam Warlock. It helps a ton. So there you go. We did push Shang-Chi, but it puts another taunt on Luke Cage, so we got to get through that one. There you go. We got through it. Okay, this is where I do the extra attack for no reason. So that attack should have went to Shang-Chi, and the extra Skirmisher stuff would have peeled stuff off of him before he got this attack off, which would have helped. So there you go. We're not stuck behind a taunt, but we do want to take out this Shang-Chi before Luke Cage does it again. So here we go. Attack, attack, attack. Come in, and the ISO bonus takes out Shang-Chi. Perfect. So now, guys, we have 2 minutes, 23 seconds left. We target Luke Cage. He lost a bunch of charges along the way, and we can't deal with his mechanics anymore. Put it on auto. Start taking him apart. Adam Warlock with that Skirmisher just keeps pulling off these debuffs, or pulling off these buffs, helping us along the way. Next, we want to go after Iron Fist. I do notice that they have a defense down over on Colleen and Misty. So I actually venture over there just for a second. I don't even think I attack them. I think these counters do the job for me. Yeah, so we push her, drops a charge, drops her damage output. So we're back on Iron Fist. I want to take out this Iron Fist before anything else, because when a character does drop below 50 or 60%, whenever they use a charge, Iron Fist is going to put defense up on them for 2 turns, and yes, my Skirmishers will pull that off, but let's just take him out of the equation. He also has less charges, so it's faster to get through him. Gives their team less turns, which means Colleen is going to use her passive less often. So there you go. We take off yet another charge from Colleen. She is beating up my Nebula, and my Nebula lost her first life. So had my Nebula died on the opener, that would have been it for Nebula. Still would have been 4v2, so we might have been okay because Fire Level's drained. However, it would have been much more difficult, even on a 4v2. That's how insane Heroes for Hire are. So Colleen's chargeless now, and there she goes. Nothing left but the Misty Knight. She only has 1 charge left. Make that no charges. All this Skirmisher stuff, just peeling off those buffs, which is great. And then Death Blow right there. So we won the 7k punch up, and that's great. Get into attack number 6. Now, guys, this war did end before the 4th energy, so we only have 9 attacks this war. This was a pretty interesting one. We'll get into some silliness that I did. But we're using Doom Falcon, which is the backbone of this team, right? The speed. Then we got Doc Ock to counter the yo-yo. We have Zemo to put a quick ability block on Doom so we can push him. And then we have Sinister to clone Doom. Sinister, War Offense 2021. It's your year, baby. Let's go. So we're going to go ahead and put the ability block on Doom. It's not so much for the ability block as it is for the slow. We just want to slow him down because Doc Ock can give him speed up, and we don't want his Doom to go before us for any reason whatsoever. So there you go. We gave him the slow. Silver Surfer goes, and Sinister. No, Sinister, you're supposed to clone, dude. How am I supposed to... Anyway, we go ahead and we summon the Shocker for no other reason to Black Bolt another target. Now, what you notice here, Doom has a lot of heals. So, if we push him below, he's not going to use his ult because he's got the ability block, which is great. However, he's going to get healed back up by Doc Ock, by the special there. So we did push him. He gets the energy. He gets the speed. He didn't get speed from the enemy Doc Ock, though, which is great. So there he goes. But he got his heal. Those regens took into effect. Zemo passive pushed him right back, so he's about to go. So look at the difference between my Doom and his Doom, and it is not a pretty picture. So we go ahead, we special that. My Doc Ock gives speed up to my Doom, saves the day. So it was a pretty bonehead thing for me to do, to push Dr. Doom, because he would have got healed back up, and then his passive triggers again. I should have just attacked him with the Zemo at first. Yeah, look at this guy celebrating in the back. What a goofball. What I should have done is put the slow on Doom like I did, and then target somebody else, and just let the match take its course. Wait till my Doom gets to start ulting, and then just tunnel in on the enemy Doom, and that would have been fine. So, we don't get the offense up, because Black Bolt gives me the disrupt. However, just the damage from all those bots is enough to clear the board. So, that was a successful match, and that's an Inhuman Silver Surfer Doom team. So that's a good team to take out, and I think the pieces I used were fine. And Sinister, you'll have your time, dude, I promise. We'll find a way to make it work. This is not a great matchup. Sorry for the text I just got there. This is a New Warriors, and it is a great fun team. And I'm gonna have to go do dad stuff in a second here. So let's get this recording done lickety split. So we're using New Warriors, and we got Loki and Silver Surfer, and we're doing this crazy Doom team. But I'm confident in this because Loki gives his passive a bunch of speed and enemy resist drop, and it's a great team. So there you go. We got a bunch of debuffs thrown out with my cloak. We go for the ability block on Doom, and we do land the 2-turn ability block. And here's where I go wrong. Okay, so Doom's fine, he's whatever. This far corner over here is where I should have attacked. I should have killed the Doombot, the Vision, the Invisible Woman, and done a lot of damage to the Doc Ock. But I didn't, and I'll tell you why, because I was trying to flex on them. What I was trying to do is I was trying to kill everybody with Dagger, which would have proc Deathpool to go in and do a bunch of stuff. And by a bunch of stuff, I mean her passive, right? So I target Vision, and he dodges. So I don't get the Striker bonus, I don't take out the Vision, I don't take out who I thought I would have killed with that ability. And so it's robot time, and this is bad because this is my comeback where I can't lose this. It gets pretty intense, so let's see how this plays out. You'll notice Cloak and Loki are super low, and with the ult coming in from the Doc Ock, I do lose Cloak and I do lose my Loki. But Deathpool basic is a minion destroyer. Ultron keeps stacking those bots, though. He's got a bunch of buffs. So I played this super poorly because I tried to flex. And there you go. Vision dodges again. We had characters on our side die, though. Silver Surfer gets his offense up. And now's a good time to talk about power creep. Since Silver Surfer, his stats are so much higher than Ultron, we need to kill Ultron here, or we're just going to get locked behind this and we're going to have a hard time. Silver Surfer's offense up completely obliterates Ultron from start to finish. That barrier, I guess, is fake because it's not taking into account anything. So we keep going the course, take out Ultron. There goes my dagger, unfortunately. Let's see if we can take him out. Ooh, Deathpool stats are so high. So now we have nothing left but Doc Ock and this Vision. Vision doesn't dodge Silver Surfer because Silver Surfer, not that he can't be dodged, but he's just that great. And this looks pretty juicy too here, right guys? If I kill everybody with Silver Surfer, then Deathpool is going to do her thing and it's going to be glorious. So the flexing was an issue in this war, and I won't do it again, but I had fun. See, look, I even target that bot. Like, I should kill all these bots, but I don't do that. Instead, we go for some damage on the Doc Ock. Those bleeds do a bunch of damage, which is great. And now Silver Surfer with his offense up. He also has his ultimate up. We'll go ahead, throw that on the Doc Ock. Kill all the bots. Proc the Death Pool passive. And the flex works this time. But this should have looked a lot cleaner. I was questioned about it, like, how did this go wrong? And it went wrong because I was a meathead. So you see, guys, this is a very close war. Here's attack number 8. We got one more attack after this. And we're doing Symbiotes against Secret Avengers. This, without Kestrel. If it's with Kestrel, I wouldn't take this matchup. It's too dangerous. This is a 200k punch down, and when played correctly, it is a, like, 1.5 minute fight. When played the way I played it, it's not. So don't play it this way, guys. Always remember, Captain Sam is a tank, and he likes to block. Maria Hill likes to heal people that are blocking. Don't try and tunnel Captain Sam. There's no point. You want to kill Sharon Carter. So what you want to do is you want to kill some minions first to get your speed going. I should have targeted a minion here. Let's see what my Bonehead does instead. I try and special. So that's going to proc a bunch of healing, which is why that operative went back up. I only got the offense down on Fury. We go ahead and we steal that, because why wouldn't we? And then we're going to try and ability block Captain Sam because, again, we're just not very smart. So he goes ahead and he blocks that. Nobody got speed because he didn't drop low enough. And then we're going to get locked behind what Secret Avengers does. And it's very frustrating on 200k punch down to struggle this much. So let's see how it plays out. We stay the course. We keep hitting Sam. Such a goofball move. You're still hitting Sam. It's just so wrong. The one time I should have hit Sam, I didn't there. I should have tried to flip the disrupt because he's going to taunt and I'm going to get locked behind it. I did so much wrong this match because it was 200k punch down and I wasn't taking it seriously. And you know what my excuse is going to be? If my alliance mates don't watch this and they ever ask, like, how did that struggle so much? It was 6 a.m. I just woke up. And, you know, 6 a.m. is a tough time to wake up. So we're locked behind this taunt. However, Skirmisher did peel the taunt off of Cap Sam there, which is great, because we are getting flooded by these shield troopers right now. And with an ability block of my Symbiote Spider-Man, he's not going to be able to ult, giving me a bunch of speed via the Carnage special, especially if Carnage dies. We do spread the defense down off Captain Sam there. That was a given. We just needed to get that defense down to slow out there. More minions are summoned in, and now almost my entire team has defense down. And Scream is in trouble. Look at her, she's taking so much damage. Now, I was very fortunate there that those troopers didn't create anti-venom, rewinding him, because I really need him to go before Symbiote Spider-Man. You see there, his passive did clear off the ability block from Symbiote Spider-Man, which is going to be very crucial. My Scream is so low. My entire team is low right now. I'm in a bad spot. I need speed, so we go ahead and we attack a trooper. That procs Carnage special, or Carnage passive rather. We go ahead and we take him out. That's going to proc my Scream passive, giving us speed up. And now we have Symbiote Spider-Man ult, and now we can play cleanup. So I almost used the entire time to finally get through this. I finally start targeting Sharon Carter like you're supposed to. Yeah, I played it really bonehead style. So if you don't play like this, this is a very easy matchup. Don't take this footage of a 200k punch down struggling as any indication how this matchup is supposed to go. It was simply played incorrectly. Go ahead and take out Coulson. So that looked like that was a Phantom Death Proof, and I think there was a bunch of Phantom Death Proofs here on the Troopers, unfortunately. We steal that defense down. It flips into defense up, and most importantly, we get Death Proof from the heal block that we had put on Maria Hill. There you go. So we knock a bunch of people into red, and we kill the shield minion, so obviously we got the speed meter rolling, and we just go to town. Nothing left but Fury. And that was obviously a Phantom Disrupt because we were landing these debuffs. Phantom buffs everywhere, man. Really got to fix how shield works in war. Very confusing. So you guys, this is a very close war. This did go down to the third energy drop at 6:15 Eastern, and it got pretty close. Attack number 9. And I'm now using my Secret Avengers against a Inhuman Silver Surfer team, and this is what I always want to use my Secret Avengers on now. I think the Inhuman Silver Surfer team is very, very evidently the second hardest defensive team. Now, what I would say is Emma over Deathpool makes it more difficult. Deathpool here, it does make minions problematic, so you don't really want to summon minions. But we'll see how it plays out, because it's going to be just fine. And we do want to open up with Cap Sam special here. We want to force the Silver Surfer to use his ultimate on Cap Sam. We don't want him to be using it on Maria Hill. So you see, we do summon here, but that's just because I want to get a defense down on Silver Surfer. I want to take him out. Now, we do have offense down. We didn't get offense up on our Sharon Carter, but the ultimate does have 5,000% focus. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to target the Doc Ock here. It strips everything. You got to have the T4 on, and it still lands the stun and the slow, which is very important. There you go. Now you'll notice Kestrel's obviously not getting affected by the Yo-Yo passive, so her damage is still full on the passive, which is very important in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and special here now. We got defense down all over the place. The enemy death pool is going to throw it back at us, so there's an argument that we should have went for her first here. Especially with these minions dying, you see she goes in and she absolutely wrecks Fury's day. And that's why you really want to be careful with your minions here. I would never summon the Fury minions. It's just not worth it in this matchup. So there you go. Yo-Yo's dead. And then we're going to have Kestrel passive proc in here. And we're just putting in work now. Big heal, big cleanse. And we're just beating people up. That Sharon Carter damage is incredible, guys. Do not sleep on your Sharon Carter. They're needed for this Omega X team, and I don't think that's the end of the world. They're a great raid team. They're definitely going to be needed in Doom 2. And as far as war goes, they are currently the second strongest offensive team. That'll clearly change when Omega Red comes to the game, but this is great. So that was the last war fight, guys. Let's see how my alliance did. We won. And you see, MVP, that's me. That makes me feel a lot better than the last two wars, so that was great. You see Red, he actually outdamaged me, but I had more defensive wins. And the reason I had more defensive wins is because the enemy probably used too many Infinity Watches before they got to me. So you need to match Infinity Watches. You need to have one Infinity Watch for one Heroes for Hire. Everybody has Heroes for Hire, so you just can't do it. And if you don't kill Shang-Chi and Luke Cage, you need to back out, because it's so hard to clean that up, especially if the Heroes for Hire remnants are still pretty high. That's dangerous. And if it's in security, you actually need to kill Shang-Chi, Luke Cage, and Colleen Wing, or you run into the same problem. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. I'm glad to be back on the right track. I'm going to have another war tonight. We'll be streaming that, so if you see this before then, go ahead and hit me up. We'll get at 9 p.m. Eastern. But until then, guys, stay happy, healthy, and have fun, and I'll see you next time. Peace.